Okay, here we go. For the MFNSRA Saturday races here at Daytona International Speedway. Getting ready to drop the green flag on the newest MFNSRA series. And on the pole is CJ Sorensen, the 14 car. He has a very storied MFNSRA career. A Super Cup championship and a lot of second place finishes to add to that. Very good for CJ. He starts next to the others. In fact, both Super Cup champions are on the front row. CJ Sorensen and Ryan Hansen. On row 2, Wes McCall and Dylan Poteet. So yeah, we're getting ready to drop the green flag. And we're going to see what happens here at Daytona for the first race. Hopefully no first lap crashes. And hopefully we see some great racing and a great finish to the first race before we head off to Talladega next Saturday. Pace car will pull off. And CJ will bring him down to the green flag. And here we go. And the green flag is flying, and the MFNSRA Saturday races are green. Wes McCall takes him 3 wide off into turn 1 in that number 37. For Max Q Motorsports, a very small team, but they were able to put together a deal with Wes McCall to drive that car for the first 5 races. I thought there was a car slowing down back there. It sure looked like it from this view, but looks like we're all good so far. There's Aaron Williams, number 33, the American Ethanol Chevrolet, to the inside with help from Ryan Acosta. Ooh, 13, that's Matt Kemp. In the 14 of CJ, making some contact. But looks like we're gonna get through the first lap clean and green. And here we go into lap 2, and it's Wes McCall that's the leader. Second, Aaron Williams. Third, Ryan Acosta. Natalie Hayden's in 4th, and Chris Summers in 5th. Backing up in the middle lane is that 16 car. He really got slowed down when he got shoved up there. Natalie Hayden's looking for the lead now in that number 47. Look at the run into turn 3 that Charles Jackson gets. He gets to the bottom with help from Corey Williams in the 23. And now Dylan Young pulls in behind the 20 car. Coming to complete lap 2, and it will be Natalie Hayden's the leader. 3 wide, about probably 8 or 9 rows deep back there. Now cars finding their way to the outside and the inside. Tight draft right here, double file. Headed by 2 Toyota teams, Joe Goose Racing and JTG Doherty. And now Dylan Young takes them 3 wide. Look at the push that Wes McCall giving Natalie Hayden's off into turn 3. And now Wes will be stuck on the top. I'm sure he was hoping to get himself into 2nd place again. Oh, contact! Around they go! Big crash in the back, and now they're crashing up front. There's Wes McCall. Around. Big crash. Summers spinning in front of everyone. Oh, look at Austin LaPlante, 27 car upside down. Oh, man. Scary crash off turn 4. Hard hits for a lot of them. Hayden's is the leader. Dylan Young, Diego Spina, Corbin Wentz, Calvin Malone, Zachary Brown, Matt McMurray, Matt Edwards, Kyle Sosnowski, Brandon Bain, Ricky Hawk, Eric Burton, CJ Sorensen, Jake Smith, and maybe Sean Galligan, Dylan Poteet, and Pichu London made it through those crashes. I saw Ogo go around. He was one of the cars that went around first. Austin Ogo here in the oh, and he gets hit by Papiez. Papiez just couldn't get slowed down there. But it looked like it was the 13 right there of Matt Kemp that got turned first. So let's see what happened. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, the 56 of Galligan got into Matt Kemp. Luke Martin gets turned, 22 car. Then there was a wreck up there, but let's just see what happened back here. Oh, so there's the 74 and the 51 getting turned. Oh, look at... Oh, that was Anthony Amory and Sky Commons came flying in there right there. Now we're going to see how the 74 car got turned here. Here's Austin Ogo. Oh, looks like maybe the 2 car of Colin Wales got into Seth Cole in the 24. Came down the 74 and the 51 there. Dom Capps got turned. And then now we're going to see, I'm pretty sure, Wes McCall. This happened right up at the front. And when a wreck happens at the front, it's never good. Oh, the 20 of Charles Jackson hooked the 9 car of Adam Smith. Corey Williams, there's Kemp. Oh, Galligan got put in the outside wall there. Oh! 2 car of Colin Wales. Oh my gosh, and Jeffrey Howe. Look at the 27 flip right over Wes McCall. Wow. Austin LaPlante. Scary crash there. Watch. Let's ride on board here with Austin. I mean, he can't even see. You can see he's right in the middle of that spoke. Watch this. He's riding right behind Austin. Dom Capps here, who we saw get turned. There's the 2 and the 24 making contact. Yeah, he had nowhere to go, and then the 1 car just plowed him over. And then he ended up upside down once and for all. Now here's McCall. He's driving right up at the front. He led the first lap. Just an innocent bystander, that 37 car. Oh, there's Seth Cole. Hit him right there. Look at that! Wow! Let's rewind and watch that again. Watch the 27 slow motion. You're gonna see him. You're gonna see a bright yellow thing go over right here. There it is. Wow. I wonder what that must have been like in the cockpit for Wes McCall. And I want to ride on board with the 1 of Jeffrey Howe, the bright green Belkin Chevy. Let's just see. Oh, he's loose. Oh, wow. He did a really nice job there. And then, unbelievable. Did you see how he got through the first wreck? I'm pretty sure he was just hanging in the back, but Jeffrey Howe, watch this, misses the 5. Look at him clear this. How do you clear that? But unfortunately, he then made contact with the 27 of Austin LaPlante and caused him to flip over right there. Oh, wow. I mean, he has no control of that car when it's in the grass, though. Look at that 27 just barrel roll. Alright, let's get back to the restart. Now, Natalie Hayden's did pit, and I'm not too sure why. Calvin Malone did also. But, those 2 pitted. Let's see the cars out of the race before Dylan Young brings them back to the green here. Colin Wales, Matt Kemp, Dion Scott, Charles Jackson, Chris Summers, Seth Cole, 98. That is Daniel Voiles, Jeffrey Howe, Luke Martin, Wes McCall, Austin LaPlante, Sam Brady, and Sky Commons all out of the race. And it is Young, Sorensen, McMurray, Wentz, and Matt Edwards that will bring them down. And you see Matt Edwards, he's got some damage on the back ends of that 55. We're going to see which cars are going to be able to stay with the pack and which cars aren't. Sorensen, the pole sitter, makes a move into turn 1 under Dylan Young for the lead. Here comes Matt McMurray to give him a push. Off turn 2. And now McMurray will try to get to the inside and pass CJ. And you can tell that that 55 isn't as fast, and it almost appears the 10 car isn't very fast either. Corbin Wentz. Yeah, you can see some damage on the 10 there. And that, wow, he's really slowing him up there on the high side. So now we're gonna. There's Arnold Columbia. You see him with front end damage in the 83. We're gonna try to find the 47. Natalie Hayden's. Wow, something must have happened to Natalie Hayden's here. She did pit out of the lead. Something must have gone wrong on this 47. Maybe lost a cylinder. Oh, what a tough break. This car looked very fast in the first few laps of the race, and now way off the pace is that 47. Oh, and trouble. Looks like, oh, trouble. Yeah, that was trouble. And Ryan Hansen's car has a ton of damage. The outside pole sitter, Adam Smith, involved also. Wow. Let's see. Well, how did this happen? I mean, there's 3 slow cars right here. I'm not too sure why I brought in a caution either, right? Unless there was debris laying out on the track after that. 9 car just came down into the 87. It almost looked like something went wrong with the 9 car as it was about to turn off into 3. And this is a hard hit for both cars. Wow, look at Adam Smith up and over the inside wall. Haven't seen anything quite like that in a race I've commentated, but look at that 9 car. Over the wall. Watch this. Wow. Scary crash for Adam Smith, and he'll be out of the race. CJ Sorensen will be the leader. Two cars came into pit road, Corbin Wentz and Pichu London. And we're going to go back green here. This will be a 25-lap race. We are on lap 12, so the next time we go past the backstretch, we will be halfway. Sorensen, McMurray, Dylan Young, Matt Edwards, and Eric Burton in 5th. There's Dom Capps. We saw him get turned in that crash, but he still seems okay. He's up in the 6th position. And then here are the cars at the back. Unfortunately, the 47 is one of them. One of the leaders, Natalie Hayden's. Zachary Brown, ton of damage on that 31 car. Look at that. I don't even know how he's still on the track. There's Corey Williams with damage in the 23. Looks like Diego Espino also with some damage. Austin Ogo's car. I thought that car was going to be done for sure. He's still on the track. And it will be CJ, McMurray, Young, Matt Edwards, and Eric Burton, the top 5. And here we go, green flag. CJ, the pole sitter, and having a very, very good run so far. It would be great to see Dom Capps get up there and contend for this win after the wreck that he was in earlier. I certainly thought this car was going to be done. But I didn't really look into it, but his car got turned. And he's still pretty competitive, so he must have avoided some contact in that crash. Those top 3 look strong too, and what's ironic is that 14 plus 15 equals 29. And they're all running like that. That's just weird to me. I don't know. I just noticed it. Matt Edwards with some real visible rear end damage there still looks pretty competitive. If he could get a draft going. Well, this isn't how you do it, going 3 wide. He could get up there and contend for the win. Tyson Broad, we haven't talked about him much. I didn't see him in the wreck either. Tyson Broad in the 18. He was actually the first one to sign up on the video. There were 4 drivers that were reserved spots. CJ Sorensen, the leader right now. Chris Summers, Sean Galligan, and Seth Cole. Ricky Hawk trying to move his way up also. Telling you, they're going to run. Dylan Poteet here, they're going to run these 3 down. 3-car draft isn't how you keep the lead either. And they're gonna get a big run here. Some cars that are still fast. Brandon Bain, the 21, is another one. There's Ogo. He's still running pretty fast too. He's running in the draft pretty good. So it looks like the 74 isn't as bad as I thought it was. Poteet looking to hook up with this 3-car draft in front of him. And then 5th is Ricky Hawk. Here comes Brandon Bain, Tyson Broad, Dom Capps, Kyle Sosnowski, and Jake Smith. That's the top 10. And here comes Matt McMurray for the lead with help from Dylan Poteet. And there's car number 88, Ricky Hawk, getting a big run into 3. He'll enter this front 4. and try to battle for the win. 10 laps to go. And at the line, it looks like it'll be Matt McMurray leading. Poteet with a help from Ricky Hawk and Brandon Bain. Yeah, this is going to be a great race for the win once all these guys get caught up. 3 wide. Ricky Hawk takes a 3 wide going into 1 with help from Brandon Bain and Tyson Broad in the 18. There's Dom Capps. He's in this lead pack now. We were waiting for him to hook on, but here he is. Looks like Jake Smith, Kyle Sosnowski, even Diego Ospina. We saw him. There is rear end damage right there. He's trying to get into this lead pack. And there's Eric Burton in the 11, who's starting the top 5 on the restart. So he should be pretty competitive. As Brandon Bain takes the lead from Ricky Hawk. 9 laps to go from Daytona. Jake Smith is in the lead pack with a Dodge right behind him, trying to get to him anyway, Kyle Sosnowski. And it looks like it'll be the 39 that'll drop down in front of the 7, and the 42 in front of the 39. Looks like these guys aren't going to be able to get into the lead pack. I mean, they're trying. Austin Ogo, Aaron Williams, Matt Edwards, Ryan Acosta, and Arnold Columbia. These guys are way out of it. Here, Calvin Malone, Sean Galligan. And unfortunately, the 47 is really slow. I mean, that 47 could actually cause a problem because they are going to catch him. Catch her, actually. Jake Smith coming for second with help from the 42 car of Ospina, and they almost went 4 wide. The 51 of Dom Capps had to back out. And there's Ospina with help from the 39 of Poteet. Look at the damage. I mean, we're going to ride on board here with Jake Smith, who's riding right behind the 42, and you can see the damage right there. The back end's a little deformed, but Ospina's car really seems to work well in the draft still. Sosnowski with a push from Eric Burton up into 2nd and 3rd behind Dylan Young, coming to 7 laps to go. And there is CJ Sorensen. That car, we know how big and good it is. CJ, the pole sitter, he's led some laps. He's led a lot of laps, actually. And with help from Matt McMurray, who got him to the front earlier, Brandon Bain is coming off turn 2, and so is Ricky Hawk. And look at the run that CJ's getting out now. There's the 47. Oh, Dylan Young has to hit the brakes to... Did you see that 29? The 29 had to hit the brakes so he wouldn't slam into the back of Natalie Hayden's. And look, that gets that whole second pack caught up. I mean, this is just how slow that 47 ended up. I don't know what happened to Natalie Hayden's, but 47 should be in this lead pack right now. And Austin Ogo into Brandon Bain, and around goes Brandon Bain, collecting Matt Edwards and Aaron Williams. That should bring the caution out, and it will. Well, we knew that was going to be a problem once they ran into a very slow 47 of Natalie Hayden's. CJ Sorensen is the leader once again. We were having a great race for the lead right there. Alright, let's just see how this wreck started. At the time, besides cars 14 and 15, cars 74, 55, 16, 33, and 83 were the fastest cars, and Brandon Bain just tried to... They were just coming so fast, Brandon Bain couldn't anticipate his move to the bottom, and unfortunately he did it wrong, and he made contact with Austin Ogo in the 74. And now, there's Aaron Williams. He's going to take... The 33 is going to take a pretty good hit into the outside wall right there. Columbia avoids it, and Matt Edwards makes some contact also. Tough break for Brandon Bain. That car was fast too, racing for the lead, but he's not going to win this one today. And let's see if this pit stops before we go green. Well, what do you know? There will be pit stops, and it's cars 15 and 29 who felt they couldn't make it on fuel. Matt McMurray and Dylan Young. Lost him there, Dylan Young. Here he is. Pulling into that pit stall, the 29. So they can do, and it looks like it's a splash and go for that team. But the real problem is, if they didn't want to run out of fuel racing for the lead, but at the same time they're not going to win this race. Neither one of them. They're going to end up behind some slower cars. Actually, it's not many if you think about it. It should be about, oh well, Natalie Hayden's should end up on the inside. That's going to be a problem. Wow. Yeah, Hayden's is going to end up on the bottom for this restart. And that could create a problem. We are going to have a green-white checker here. And now CJ's in the pits. Oh no, what happened to CJ? This car is... What happened to CJ here? Oh, now CJ's going to get going, but CJ's going to be behind. And that hands the lead over all of a sudden to the 88 car of Ricky Hawk. Oh no, CJ. Now this almost looks like what happened to the 47 of Natalie Hayden's. I really hope not, because the 47 and the 47 at the beginning looked like the best, and throughout the race the 14 looked like the best. We're about to find out how CJ's gonna be able to run, but Ricky Hawk all of a sudden is the leader. Ospina, Caps, Jake Smith, and Tyson Broad, the top 5th. And now we know the 39 car, that's another fast car. The Quicken Loans car of Dylan Poteet. Here we go, green, white, checkered, and we are racing once again with 2 laps to go. And you're just going to have to navigate their way around Natalie Hayden's here. Oh no, and CJ. Oh no. The same thing that happened to Natalie Hayden's has now caught CJ Sorensen, the pole sitter and the driver that looked to be the fastest one out there. Oh no. What a tough break for CJ. And he's not going to win this thing. And Ricky Hawk with the lead. Now we're coming to the white flag. If they don't wreck coming here, this race will be official. We'll finish it. Can Ricky Hawk hold him off? He's going to lead the penultimate lap. Tyson Broad, Ryan Acosta was at the back before. Here he is up battling for the win. Looks like we're all good. And look at Dylan. And first I want to watch the 15 car. Oh, in trouble. Car off the pace and with a blown engine. 99 of Pichu London. Here they come. This is for the win right here. Here comes Tyson Broad, number 18. Acosta's got to find someone to go with. Well, it looks like the 18's going to be able to come down. The 88's going to come down. Ricky Hawk comes through turns 3 and 4. And he'll make history. Here we go. Coming to take the checkered flag, Ricky Hawk is going to be the first winner in the MFNSRA Saturday races. It's not a very good flyby camera there. Oh, wow. There's your winner. How did Calvin Malone end up in the front pack? We saw him at the back before. Columbia ended up in 9th. Second place is Dylan Poteet. No, who's second? Who got second? Tyson Broad got second. I knew that. Tyson Broad second. And now we're going to have to pause here. Eventually, CJ did get up to speed. Wow. Yeah, CJ did eventually get up to speed, but he got a very bad start. Alright, well, let's see what happened. Here are the results. Ricky Hawk, Tyson Broad, Dylan Poteet, Ryan Acosta, Diego Ospina, Kyle Sosnowski, Eric Burton, Jake Smith, Arnold Columbia, Calvin Malone, Dom Caps, Dylan Young, Matt McMurray, Austin Ogoin. And throughout the field, let's just see the rest of the finishing order. Lots of cars taken out in crashes, and lots of cars, especially CJ Sorensen, who finished 22nd instead of being the possible winner today. So yeah, point standings are as they are on here. 42 for Ricky Hawk, 1 for Sky Commons. So yeah, then the next race will be at Talladega. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is from ForceX Productions, and we'll see you next week.